I guess I'm getting superpowers from drinking blood of the innocent.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Their penises, when erect, look like Loch Ness heads.
A jetpack with a flamethrower modification.
Holy
You went all out. I'm really on the fence about that one. Is Putin a good guy? Is he doing good? Is he rooting out vampires?
I just realized that I'm going insane. Shit face on the floor of the basement.
Recording right now?
Yeah, the professional try. Here we
The
go.
professional try. Hey guys, third time's the charm, they say. I'm definitely not doing this podcast because I'm prepared. But I'm doing it because it sounds like a good time. And
Doesn't
I promise
sound
you guys, it doesn't sound like a good time?
No, prepared.
Oh, I'm not prepared. I fucking am doing it because I promised it to you guys. And third time's the charm at the festival here. Third episode of 9 Lives. And I think we have a couple of topics. My buddy Larry's on his way with Milkshake.
Milkshake Man. He went on a milkshake run about 5 minutes ago.
I have a couple things. I guess let's break into it right here.
Yeah, break it all out for me.
How do you feel about freedom of religion, freedom of speech? What's your thoughts? Give me the input on it.
I'd say I think every person, they should be able to say what they have to say, as long as it's not demeaning towards another human being.
Okay, what do you think about maybe after school programs for satanic Bibles, satanic temples, and things like that?
Oh,
you don't fuck with that, or you still think they deserve free speech? Here he is. Let's break away real quick from the satanicness. Milkshake Man.
Milkshake Man. Yeah.
Milkshaking it.
Let me mic you up real quick.
There you are, buddy. Thank you.
Here we go.
My buddy Larry for short.
Yeah.
That was the back of it. Milkshake Man, they also call you. Is it correct or
Milkshake
no?
Man. Yep.
Is there a reason, or is it just a...
When in Rome,
Yeah, when in Rome, drink as the Romans do.
Yep.
Milkshakes. All right. Let me get back on this. We were just talking about this. There's a satanic temple, I think, in Pennsylvania.
Where?
In Pennsylvania.
Yeah, right now in Pennsylvania. I can't tell you the town of it, but they want to do an after-school program. Excuse me for the wind if it's getting crazy out there. They want to do an after-school program for, satanic religion. They feel like they should have a voice in the mythology. Here's what I thought was really crazy. The dude who runs the satanic temple was saying every mythology should have a voice in what they're trying to preach and everything. And I thought it was very... very weird for him to mention mythology about it, because I was like, okay, so he understands that where did these stories come from? You know what I mean? Where did they come from? It's kind of just a story, and what is a story but myth? You know what I mean? So they're trying to deny him, and I think it's going to Supreme Court right now. So
Wow, really? The Supreme Court?
I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me, but my main question to the Milkshake Man: how do you feel about that? You think they should have their own after-school program as a satanic temple, or no?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Why?
Why not? Let's see where it goes. I want to see where it goes. You should do a long-term study, cause and effect. You teach these kids these things for X amount of years, and then watch them for another 10. See how many violent crimes, and you see how many violent crimes or murders, or if they're well adjusted, they got a 2-car garage, 3, and then we'll see.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm sure. Why not? Oh yeah. So yes, but we need to monitor it closely.
Okay.
Yes.
So conservative, but
Yes.
loosely. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Conservatively liberal.
Conservatively liberal. Yep.
No. That makes sense to me. Almost part of me feels like when I first immediately hear it, I'm like, well, that's a bad thing. But then I also take into consideration, I'm like, has everything I ever been told about what's good and evil, based on religion from some guy? And probably that's true, So it leads me to that question. So that's where I bring my mind to the even ground of it, is where it's like, yeah, they could have an after school program that's not detrimental to youth in society. You know what I mean? So I think they should have that.
Yeah, I mean...
Yep.
Yeah. See what happens.
Mic'd up.
Heavy on Satan.
It's beyond Satan?
It's real heavy on Satan.
Oh, it's real.
Is
Real
it
heavy.
heavy on
It's
Satan?
super heavy on Satan.
That shit's deep.
Let's talk about Mormons.
Okay, let's talk about Mormons. Tell me.
You want to know about Mormons and the Salamander letter?
Yes. What about the Mormons and Salamander letter?
All right, dude. So yeah, this guy, he's like a savant at forging documents.
Okay.
That was like is how he made his living. But he's actually like a reputable like antique dealer, and he
Right.
specified in Mormon like letters, like Mormon church artifacts.
Yes.
And he like said he came out. He's like he found an original letter from like the Smith guy that founded Mormonism, the guy that read the
John
gold
Smith.
tablets. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He said that he found an original letter from him, and like they had it authenticated, and the church said that yes, this is an authentic letter.
Yeah.
And, like validated it. And then a couple years later, he found another one. And this one has said that it was never an angel named Moroni that approached him with the tablets. That it was actually he did a magical spell and conjured a humongous white salamander, and the salamander is who passed down the golden text.
Hold on a second. So a salamander
Yeah.
was
So they
the
said that Smith, the
Yeah,
guy
John
that
Smith.
he founded Mormonism, that he was like involved in witchcraft, and he
Okay.
did a spell
right.
which brought forth a salamander,
Right.
which gave him the gold text. So it's
Right.
like now it's like, and so this guy he presented this letter, and like the church was very upset with it because it's like shaking the foundations of Mormonism. You're like taking it from like Catholicism to magic,
Right.
in like
Combine that well.
Yep. So it was like, but the letter was authentic. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, this is a real letter written by Smith,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's like they had to release it, but it was like shaking like the Mormon church. A lot of people were like, all right, so we were like, all this time we've been like worshiping the salamander god.
Your whole world just
Yeah,
broke
dude, it was like imploding. Yeah, but here's the thing. So, like I said though, the guy was just a master. He's like a savant forger. So he was a Mormon who hated Mormons. So like,
you think he wrote that shit?
well, he did, yeah. So like, so through his use of
Yeah.
like forgery,
Right.
he was like falsifying documents
Okay.
that
what
were
the fuck?
being like called true.
Okay.
So like what is true though? You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's
That's
like
a good point.
if you can make this look like this,
Right.
and it's accepted as the truth.
Perception
Is
is
it
the
the
big key.
truth?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Wait, so you're saying that you've read that basically some of the Mormon shit is like based on false things because they were presented like this information falsely? Oh wow.
Yeah, there's like one guy
that's
who's like
wild.
spreading disinformation
Yeah,
through.
Well, that's what I be telling people too. All these people talking about like this crazy like adrenochrome and like all this crazy shit, and I'm like, dude, that's literally like it's like far left propaganda. I think to make you crazy. Like in my personal opinion,
Yeah,
I don't know. I think you ever heard about it?
adrenochrome.
Yeah.
No.
No? Wow, maybe I'm too deep in it. I know you guys have heard about it.
I would chew on a human adrenaline gland.
You got one?
Maybe.
Pause for a second. Are we
Silence.
still rolling?
Maybe.
Beat me up.
No. Yeah.
No. What is adrenochrome?
Adrenochrome, I guess there's like a bunch of famous celebrities staying young and youthful and getting superpowers from drinking blood of the innocent.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Sounds like
Oh.
Megan Fox and-
That's what like
and
that's
that
what
kind of shit.
that's what Vladimir Putin thinks he's doing right now.
What
It's
do you
like
mean?
like oh that's what Putin's his opinion of like the people who are in power in the West. He's like he thinks they're like basically a bunch of like vampires who
Oh,
are
really?
like yeah like
Really?
yeah
He's probably not
Putin's
wrong.
like yeah he thinks that we're a bunch of like sex trafficking vampires who are like that's what he thinks our government is. And that's
Yeah,
why
I
like
mean, who
that's why
knows?
he's like on his crusade,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know. Our government, I wouldn't say is I would say he's probably close.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
feel like there's
probably
definitely
not
something
far
that's
A
off.
little bit of myth.
I'm really
myth
on
in
the
there,
fence
but-
Yeah.
about that one. Is like, is Putin a good guy? Is he doing good? Is he like rooting out vampires? or
He might be vampire.
He's like, I just don't know. Putin seems like he could be a good kind
yeah,
of guy.
dude, he seems like he could be. I was like, how
Yeah.
shady's our government? I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's true. No, that's why you never really know what the truth is, because the truth is always perceived to you as like correct, but who's giving it to you? The guy that wants you to believe it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's weird.
I mean, if you don't believe in aliens at this point,
You believe in aliens?
yeah,
Oh fuck yeah! Did you
How
read
could
any of
you
the
not?
documents they just released or no?
yeah, bro. Like, what?
Like the
Which
pictures
ones?
and shit.
Tell me.
Oh, you're talking about like the Nimitz stuff?
Oh, I think they just declassified a bunch of stuff.
Okay, so I saw like
Yes.
3 videos recently that were like released that were disclosed like last year. It was like there's like off the Nimitz. It's like it was like a Navy vessel. Yep, and there's like 3 like it's like high quality government videos of like the Air Force like following unidentified crafts and like filming them and being like,
Right.
what the fuck is this? You know? Yeah.
What the fuck is
That's
this?
not ours.
No, it's not ours. Yeah, they basically said it. It's like declassified our Air Force. One's called Tic Tac. It's
Tic
like,
Tac.
yep, it's like,
Operation Tic Tac?
no, it's like just what they called the craft
okay.
because that's what it
Oh.
looked like. It was like
Alright.
hovering like just above the like the surface of the ocean. It was like a
Wow.
little Tic Tac, and it was like,
Weird.
moving around. They followed it for a while.
Hmm.
But yeah.
That's what they say. The what's that? The stealth fighter plane is made after Area 51 tech. You know what I'm talking about?
I heard
Yep,
about
it's
that,
like
yeah.
reverse engineered.
Yeah, that was the first one because it can undergo radar.
Yep, that's
Things
a
like that.
Bob Lazar.
Oh yeah, Bob Lazar.
Bob
yes,
Lazar.
exactly.
Yep, he was S9. That's
Mhm.
like it's like an offshoot of one area. What is it called?
Area 51.
Area
Yeah,
51.
51. Yeah, it's like S9. It's like over here. It's like 9 miles away by a little lake.
Mm.
Bob Lazar, he worked there.
And I heard there's some crafts that like they dip into the lake. Have you ever seen anything about that?
Yeah,
They, like go into the supposedly under.
80% of like extraterrestrial sightings are like above bodies of water.
Yeah.
So it's like there's like also like UFOs, but they're like USOs, like
Mm.
unidentified
So underground
submergible.
Ah,
okay,
yeah.
right.
I
Underground
see, I see, I
submerged
see.
Yeah,
objects. Is that what it is?
unidentified submergible.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've never
so,
actually
so they
thought
so
about it
you
like
know
that.
like we know more about space than we do about our own oceans.
No,
yeah.
So if like they had the technology to go deep in the ocean,
There's
like
definitely some
yeah,
crazy
they
shit
could be
in the
posted
water.
up down there
Yeah, definitely.
forever and no one would know
Yeah,
about
for
it.
real. Like,
Right.
Yep.
And it's so
There's no
dark
doubt.
and the
Yeah,
pressure
so,
is
yep.
hard. Yeah. It's vast too, man. I would love to get down there and see something. I saw these what are they called? Those ghoul squid or something. Have you seen them? They have the big long like 12, 20 feet tentacles. They live like super submerged in the black deep seas. Kenny, you know anything about that? The ghoul squid with the long, oh man, they're like super long. They're like 20 feet. They look the weirdest squid I've ever seen. They let their tentacles hang long, and then they will, things will swim into them, and then they'll wrap them up. But they're literally like 20 feet long, really crazy. Maybe it's not called a ghoul squid, don't quote me, but it's pretty close to something like that.
I was watching this thing about it's just like a shelf in the ocean. It just drops off,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
like sperm whales. They
Mhm.
dive down like real deep, like deeper than most things can go. But it's like every once in a while they'll come back up and they'll just have like humongous like chunks of them missing. So
No
there's
way.
like some sort of like alpha predator that's like down that
Damn.
far. That's like not afraid to fucking take a bite out of a sperm whale.
Yeah, it's like fucking
Like,
huge.
it's something that's pretty big. Yeah.
It's like the
Damn.
ocean fascinates you so much. Like, what is down there? You know, like there's so many things that
Yeah.
we have no clue that's even on the earth.
Well, it's like I was just reading recently. Did you know that like the Loch Ness sightings and shit? Did you know? I think it might be sperm whales as well. Their penises, when erect, look like
Yeah.
Loch Ness
I
heads,
did see that. Yeah.
and so like maybe they
Mistaking
mistaking Loch Ness heads.
Loch Ness is a freshwater.
How do you know?
Wait,
Loch Ness is freshwater.
He's saying there's no Loch Ness in this.
did that just shut off?
No, there wouldn't be any whales in there.
There's no sperm whales.
Well, there's no sperm whales in the Loch Ness. It's too cold and it's freshwater.
Check. Okay, we're back. There's no sperm whales in the Loch Ness, is where I think we were.
Yeah,
There's none?
It can't be possible.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I swear I was just literally on Facebook and I saw a lot of fucking whale dick.
Yeah,
And they were like,
I
this
saw
is what
that.
the Loch Ness sightings are. It looked like this. It looked like this. It had a fucking pink little look.
Yes, but you cannot just every sea monster sighting of all time. You cannot be explained away by whale dick. I'm sorry,
So you believe in sea monsters a little bit? Or
for
no?
sure. Yep, it's definitely possible for like some sort of like dinosaur to
Yeah.
have, when the cataclysm came, they
Yeah.
dove down deep enough and like
Right.
learned how to adapt down there.
Like, what's that one? Do you remember what the one they explain is kind of like the Loch Ness? The what's it called? Anybody know? It has those little fins. and shit
Yeah,
and the long neck.
I can picture it, but
Yeah, I forget what its name is, but
me too.
I'd like to check it out though. But the thing I think is kind of unbelievable is they've like searched the whole thing, and they've like tried and they've never found it. And
It's really cool. LiDAR.
what's that? LiDAR?
LiDAR, yeah, it's like the new thing. It's like a ground penetrating like beam, so you can like basically drain the oceans now. It's like they fly this thing and they shoot electromagnetic waves down at the ocean, and it
Yeah.
bounces back, and then they can basically pulls up a 3D thing, and you can see what's on the bottom of the ocean.
Damn.
Like it's like
wow.
basically just you can like see what's down there.
Damn.
So that's like a lot of like our lost civilizations, like past cultures, like last ice age that got flooded. There's like a lot of lost civilizations like underwater yet, and they're finding a lot of them now because of this lidar. The same thing with Mayan ruins. Is like the jungle, the rainforest is like so thick that they said they've only found like 30 to like 40% of like all the ancient Mayan ruins that could be out there.
Oh, that's
But
so
with the
cool.
lidar, they can basically they can take the canopy right out of there and just see what's on the ground.
Do you know what separates it from the radar? It's like a whole different new type of sonic wave. Like
I'm not exactly sure of the science.
that's
Just
crazy.
know it exists.
Yeah.
No, I never heard of that.
Neither have I. That's
Ground
wild.
penetrating lidar.
Let me ask you this real quick, Milkshake Man. How do you feel about Elon Musk buying Twitter for $44 fucking billion?
I think Elon Musk is like it's fucking manipulating the Bitcoin market. That's all he's up to. He's just like
He's pretty good at
doing
that.
things, manipulating the
All crypto,
altcoins,
yeah. Right.
yeah, everything. He's just like he's just trying to get out there so he can mine those space rocks. That's it.
He wants to be in space real quick. Do you think there's any consideration that he could be an extraterrestrial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely could be a lizard person.
Because I feel like, why does he want to get out to space so bad? He's
Right.
like,
He wants to go back
so
home.
bad.
Well, there's just so many, like, it's like just the minerals in, like, asteroids.
I guess that's true.
there's, like,
Mining.
so
Do you
many-
think that mining asteroids will be a thing in our future within the next 50 years or no? Or do you
maybe.
think that's a little low? 100 years maybe?
No. Is it,
I mean,
so I was watching this thing. It's a guy. He's like the president of like Lockheed Skunk Works. It's like they basically are like the main tech guys behind like the Air Force and the military. And so this guy was saying, so like anything like the most futuristic thing you can see right now, whether it be like a plane or a car, like anything that you think is like that's like top of the line,
Advanced.
they said we're at least 50. They're actually 50
Yeah.
years ahead of that.
Right.
Like our
right.
government is.
Oh,
We're
absolutely.
just not allowed to see it.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah, he
believe
said
that.
there's things that we couldn't even fathom right now.
Oh,
So yeah, I'm
absolutely.
sure maybe
Yeah.
50 years is possible.
People are out there working on fucking comments, mining. Comments, not comments.
You know what has been seen like in the past like year and a half, like around the general California area, there's been jetpack sightings, like people like
Yo, I just saw one in Lake Havasu. I saw a video from Lake Havasu where I used to live. We just talked about this in the last episode. Yo, real quick, I just had to say, me and Mac Miller had the same dealer, dude. I was buying those pills when I was being a bad boy in Lake Havasu. That killed him. Isn't that weird? Saw it pull up in the news. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Dude just got 11 years. I mean, God bless him. But That's crazy, but I just saw a jetpack sighting in Lake Havasu, and I had to fucking play back the video because I was like, yo, is this like, because you know you've seen those dolphin ones, right, where you can do the water jetpacks? Have you seen those?
Yeah,
and you can dive into that. But
No,
this guy was what you
dude,
were
he's
saying.
like 25,000 feet or something. He's
Yeah.
like up there with like airliners.
Right.
Like, yep, there's been like, it's like 4 or 5. It was like a Chinese flight coming through. A guy's like, yeah, I'm like, looking at a guy in a jetpack, like, you
Just
know.
like when he's standing on it and shit.
Yep, he's just like, just
Damn.
cruising.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's sweet.
I just saw
So,
that too, and I was
and,
like, this
yeah,
has got to be Photoshop.
And like they're looking into it now. Like our government's looking into it because there's been so many sightings. So it's like they have like kind of grainy pictures, but yeah,
It's like fucking Green Goblin shit.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh, that would be the Green
it's
Goblin,
like
like-
pretty much a independent contractor, like somebody like builds
He's
his
like,
own.
yeah, I'm just gonna build this Iron Man suit.
Yep, basically, yeah.
Why not? That'd be sick. Imagine.
Yo, you know what else is going on? So, in the past 5 years, like something like 50 to 70 of our like top ranking government officials
Yeah.
have just like gotten like extremely sick, like out of nowhere. Like they got vertigo, like they get like really dizzy and like sick, and they had to go to the hospital and they'd be hospitalized.
Yeah.
So this has like happened like so often that our government's like looking into it, and like it's like some sort of like audio. It like so like they think like either like the Russians or the it's like frequency like weaponized frequency technology.
Right. Damn, I saw a little bit of something about that because they'll just like they'll just like collapse, right?
Yeah.
The people that
it's like
get with the
they get hit
frequencies.
with it. Yeah, it's like they can't. Their hearing goes all weird. It's like your equilibrium gets all scrambled, and you just get really dizzy, and you like fall down and start puking. It's like just like debilitating.
That's
And
wild.
like I said, it started happening like probably 3 or 4 years ago, and it's happened to like 50 to 70 of them. Like enough of them were actively looking into like who's doing it
Really?
because somebody is doing it.
Vladimir Putin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like, yep, he's on the vampire hunt.
He's on the vampire
he's
hunt.
like getting really Elon Musky with the vampire.
He's like, I don't
tech.
need steaks. I got high frequencies.
Yep, I got ground penetrating LiDAR.
penetrating. Try and
I
hide
got
me in the
human
deepest
penetrating
depths.
LiDAR.
Damn, that's crazy. No, there was one more thing I think I wanted to talk about. Do you remember what it was? Oh, you don't remember what I was? That's hard. No, there was like another topic I can't really remember off the top of my head. I think it was close to though. You were saying about the zombie deer. Let's go into that.
I've never seen
yeah,
that,
chronic
yeah.
wasting disease.
Chronic wasting disease.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, so like right now there's like a couple Canadian citizens who have like gotten like inexplicably sick, and they're just like their immune system just like shut down, and they're like they're in the hospital right now, and like they have them basically like in a comatose state, and they're like they think it's like chronic wasting disease, which has been happening to a lot of deer in that general area.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then now they think they're like it's like hopping over to people.
Holy shit.
And it's like it's just because it's been timing up with the COVID. It's like everybody's concerned about the COVID, and they're
missing
trying to
it.
suppress it because it's not really. It's like it's pretty isolated right now.
Right.
So they're trying not to make a big deal out of it. But yeah, it's definitely something that's happening.
So do you know what happens though with the disease? What do they get ill or?
Yeah, it's like the deer. They'll just like they basically look like zombie deer. It's like their skin will get like all nasty, and all their hair will fall out, and it's like they just like they're drooling, and then it's like their movements will be super sporadic, like run in circles and like just act like almost like rabid,
Wow.
but with like more physical.
And how many did they say? How many cases that they think have spread to humans yet, or no?
No, I can't remember. I think it was only a handful though, like
yeah.
5 or 6,
Huh.
but not many. And
That's
it was
crazy.
like super located in just this one tiny area,
Right.
like
So
British Columbia.
Let me ask you this real quick. I'll ask everybody here. I think we probably had a good time for now. I just want to get back to. I'm kind of hungry. I want to go get some food and just hang out some more.
I want another milkshake.
You want another
Yeah,
milkshake?
send it. I'll get a different flavor this time.
I think let's head up here. I need to do this podcast because I promised people I'd do it at the festival. I think it's a good vibe. I'm not prepared. I thought it went pretty well, but let me end off with this. if you had to pick one zombie weapon, right, for the zombie apocalypse, what would it be? We'll end it with this. We'll go around the board here.
Okay, it would definitely be a jetpack with a flamethrower modification.
Holy
You went
fuck.
all out on
Did
this.
you just say jetpack with a flamethrower mod?
Jetpack
Oh
with
my
flamethrower
God.
mod.
Dude, mine's a basic ass samurai sword.
Now I'm literally like, wait, can we pick mystical creatures? Can we though?
Oh,
Damn.
speaking of mystical creatures, there's something called the Narluga. Okay, right now, either in Florida, there's like a pod of beluga whales have adopted a rogue narwhal.
No
So there's like a
way.
narwhal who is like living amongst beluga whales, and he's been there with them for like 4 or 5 years. And they're like, they said that there's like the belugas treat him like he is a beluga, and they're starting to do like their courting rituals.
Yeah.
So it's like the possibility for a Narluga is like possible. They think that they're gonna breed, and there's gonna be a
Crossbreed.
cross strain.
Damn,
shit.
New
he's chilling there like they still haven't noticed the horn.
Narluga.
That's cool.
Yep.
Narlugas.
That's
I'll have
pretty
to look
crazy.
into
New
that.
critter.
That's a picture of a Narluga right here. Awesome. Perfect. All right. Last question. If you could pick anything, it can be a mythical creature, I guess. Any kind of weapon for the last zombie apocalypse. Your choice of weapon. Let's go.
I'm gonna go with a baseball bat with nails through it. It's kind of mid. Hey, mid gets the job done. Oh wait, I guess.
He already got it.
I got
What'd you say again, Larry?
Jetpack with a mod flamethrower.
Flamethrower mod. Okay. God damn. I don't even know what I'm gonna say. You know what? I think I want to go a little bit medieval. I think I want to say I just want to have some chainmail
Okay, I see you.
and just a nice samurai sword, like maybe a
yeah.
medieval samurai.
That's
chainmail.
I'm on the same way. I feel like the samurai sword, it's light and it's so sharp, like it's so easy. Like if you really need to, it's like cha cha.
And they're trying to bite you, and they can't bite you because there's chainmail.
Because the chainmail, and it's
you
just
just
easy to
put,
maneuver.
like,
I feel like it's one of the best realistic
800
weapons out there.
samurai
for a zombie
swords in a
apocalypse.
You
catapult.
what's out here, fucking chainmail.
I watch a lot of zombie shows, so I'm up there.
I'm pretty good.
I'm pretty good.
Let's put 800 samurai swords in a catapult.
It'd be like throwing a silverware drawer at him. Like a real.
One gets impaled with the like handle.
Yeah, that's like medieval and samurai.
Yeah. You can see that like the last samurai, Tom Hanks. Is it Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
No.
Did you see the Did you see the Wu-Tang?
Tom Cruise?
Yo, did
Tom
you see the
Cruise,
man
last
with the
samurai.
iron fist?
The man with the iron fist.
It's like a
with the
Wu-Tang.
RZA.
The Wu-Tang
Yeah,
clan made a ninja movie.
Did you like it? Yeah, that's what everyone said too. We're not trying to be critics around here, but that everyone said. Hopefully you don't say it about this podcast. I love you guys. See you next time.
Shazam! That was fun.
I just realized that I'm going insane. Got a shit face on the floor of the basement. It's a thin line between love and hate. Back with the bad vibrations take over. Say hi to Satan.